Hi friends, my name is Camey Joy and I am the author of Beautifully Scarred. Last month we talked about beauty in the pain, but today we are stepping into one of my favorite chapters, The Call. I hope that you will stay with me till the end. For me, at the age of 5, I lived in my own little world in Roanoke, Texas. I was always outside making friends with some of the most skittish animals, singing and talking to Jesus. I knew I was his and he was mine. But it was at the age of 5 that I made my public declaration in the safe and loving arms of my dad who baptized me. When I came up out of the water, for a split second, all I saw was a bright light, and I felt him. I knew that I had been marked. At that point in my life, people struggled to understand me when I spoke. My words were tangled and thick and extremely nasally. My family always had to translate for me because no one could understand me. It was so heartbreaking to have thoughts, but not always be understood. But not long after that, I was sitting in the back seat of our car, and I was singing to myself for a long time. And my mom looked at me, and through the rearview mirror, she said, "Camey, what are you doing back there?" "Oh, nothing, Mom. I am just talking to the Lord." She smiled and said, "Really? What did the Lord tell you?" I could not speak clearly, but yet I spoke with certainty. I said, "Mom, he told me that one day I'm gonna travel around the world. I am gonna sing, and I'm gonna proclaim to people that Jesus is real and that he still does miracles today." And in that moment, my mom did not remind me of what the doctors had said, that I would need tubes in my ears, that I wouldn't be able to speak, let alone sing. But she responded in faith. "Yes, you will, Camey. I believe it." And something miraculous happened whenever I would sing. The same mouth that stumbled over consonants could carry a melody. The same voice that people struggled to understand could suddenly be heard. My pitch wasn't always perfect, but it was powerful. And I believe heaven heard it before the earth did. In 1988, we walked into a healing conference. The stadium was filled with expectancy. The blind, the deaf, the crippled, the lame, desperate people with hope in their heart. The speaker's voice, it wove throughout the air like a thread of hope. And that night, the miraculous power of God moved throughout the stadium. Wheelchairs became launching pads. I saw a man whose eyes had been covered with white, that was once blind, could now see. And faith began to rise inside of me, and I wanted healing too. I believed, I knew that God could remove the scars on my lip. Ooh, I know that he could. And when I went down for prayer, I walked up to a random woman and said, "Would you pray for me?" As her hands rested upon my head, I reached my hands towards heaven and I saw that bright light. It was the same light that I saw when I was baptized. It was peace. It was healing wrapped inside and around me. And although my physical scars were not miraculously erased that night, God did begin healing scars that I didn't even know that I carried. And can I tell you something? Healing is not always removal. Sometimes it's redemption. That was a night that I stopped wondering if miracles were stories from a long, long time ago, because I knew that he was real, because I saw them with my own eyes. God called me at the age of 5, and told me I would travel around the world. But let me tell you, I wanted to do it the very next day. I didn't begin traveling until the age of 14, but this is where my story brings me to you. Maybe you are listening to this and thinking, oh wow, Camey, this is great, this is amazing. God is with you, but does he see me? Will he choose me? Because if God only knew this about me, if God only knew that about me, I would be disqualified. Friend, listen to me. God does know all the things about you, and he still chooses you. Some of you have been called to start that church, but there is no one in the pews. Some of you are called to lead a family, but you don't have a spouse yet. Some of you dream of holding a child in your arms, but that chapter hasn't been opened yet. You have been called to lead that group, to be on that worship team, but you have been overlooked, undervalued, and underestimated. So what now? God calls, but what happens in the waiting? You know, we love to celebrate the call. We post the vision. We declare his promises. But what do you do when the seats are empty, when the ring isn't on your finger, when your name hasn't been chosen? Here is what I am learning. The calling doesn't always mean instant. Anointing doesn't always mean immediate. And obedience always doesn't look like visibility. And that does not mean that you missed it. It means that you are being formed in it. Yes, God calls, but he is also preparing you for what he has called you to do. The waiting is not punishment, my friend. It is preparation. Sometimes I didn't even think that there would be a process between the calling and the commission. But listen to me, that process, it's holy. Because David was anointed king and went back to the field. Joseph dreamed of ruling and landed in a pit. Moses was called to deliver and spent 40 years in the wilderness. Calling does not cancel the process, it demands it. So if you think you are being delayed, I am your reminder that you are being developed, because if God calls you, he is not just preparing a platform, he is preparing you. Don't despise a process, because he who calls you is faithful and will not waste any season. The pews may be empty. The ring may not be on your finger. The invitation may have not come yet. But if he called you, he will complete it. And when the doors open, you're not just going to walk into your calling, but you're going to be able to carry it. Because your identity is not the platform. It is Christ. Yes, 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 my friend. You are called, you are chosen, you are set apart. So I encourage you to step forward with confidence, because God is with you. Let's go. You can find more about me on social media at CameyJoy.com. May you be blessed, and let's go.